On March 27, 1999, an F-117 Nighthawk sliced through the stormy Serbian night. Lieutenant Colonel Daryl Zelko piloted the stealth bomber on a mission to strike the Serbian Air Force's command center in Belgrade. Initially accompanied by F-16 Vipers designed to target enemy radar, Zelko found himself alone when adverse weather forced his escorts to turn back. To complete the mission, he needed to remain undetected, a ghost in the sky. The Nighthawk's cutting-edge stealth technology typically reduced its radar signature to that of a tennis ball. Every previous mission had been unchallenged, but tonight was different. On the ground, Lieutenant Colonel Zoltán Dani and his surface-to-air missile SAM battery-weighted. Serbian intelligence had alerted Dani about the incoming aircraft, giving him what he believed was his best shot at taking down the elusive bomber. Dani's team activated their P-18 early warning radar, hoping its low-frequency capabilities could pierce the Nighthawk stealth. The screen, however, was cluttered with false signals from rain and clouds. Squinting at the display, Dani spotted a faint, solitary blip, small but moving with purpose. "The ghost is here," he declared. To achieve a missile lock, Dani's crew needed their targeting radar to confirm the contact, but the system initially showed nothing. Meanwhile, above them, Zelko prepared to drop his payload. As he opened his bomb bay doors, his aircraft's radar profile increased just enough to give Dani's team the confirmation they needed. "I have it," one operator called out. "Phi 2 is tracking the target." Seconds later, "Phi 1 is tracking the target." With the lock secured, Dani ordered the launch. 2 missiles shot into the night sky. Zelko released his bombs, successfully hitting his target, and began ascending to 6,000 meters. Relief was fleeting. Alarms blared in his cockpit as the missile lock alert screamed. Looking down, Zelko saw the missile plume streaking through the clouds. He pulled his aircraft into evasive maneuvers, climbing steeply as G-forces pinned him to his seat. The first missile, by sheer luck, malfunctioned and zipped past his canopy. The second was less forgiving. It detonated nearby, spraying shrapnel that shredded the left wing and engulfed the night in fiery orange. The Nighthawk spiraled out of control, spinning violently as warnings flashed across Zelko's instruments. Facing crushing G-forces and with the aircraft doomed, he grabbed the ejection handles. A moment later, the canopy blasted away, and his seat shot into the air. Time seemed to crawl as he free fell for a second and a half before his parachute deployed. Breathing hard, he watched his disintegrating bomber vanish into darkness. "Man," he thought, "Mom is not going to be happy about this." Floating under a bright orange parachute that made him an easy target, Zelko quickly activated his survival radio. "Mayday, mayday, mayday. Vega 31 going down," he transmitted. Relief washed over him as a response crackled through. "Vega 31, Magic copies your mayday. Last position." Zelko relayed what he could before hitting the ground hard. Behind enemy lines and alone, he sprinted to a ditch he had seen from the air, caking himself in mud. He lay low as Serbian forces began a widespread search. Soldiers, police officers, and civilians converged on the area, flashlights sweeping the fields. His heart pounded when he heard rustling. Someone or something was near. A dog emerged, sniffing the air just outside his hiding spot. Knife in hand, Zelko debated whether to act but decided against it, fearing the noise would give him away. After a tense pause, the dog wandered off. Minutes later, his radio came alive again. "Sandy 01, Vega 31, over." Hope surged. The rescue team was nearby. "Vega 31, can we come down there?" the voice asked. Zelko hesitated, wary of a trap, but finally responded, "Yeah, okay, let's go for it." He activated his infrared strobe, but the rescue helicopter couldn't see it. Desperation mounting, he ignited a flare, a bright beacon for both allies and enemies. Flashlights from Serbian search parties swung toward the light. Over the radio, the rescue team instructed him to extinguish the flare as it was blinding their night vision. Quickly, Zelko plunged it into mud. Moments later, the rescue helicopter descended, stirring the fields with powerful downdrafts. American troops reached out to pull him aboard. "How are you feeling, sir?" one asked. Zelko grinned. Great. Now let's get out of here. The chopper lifted off just as enemy forces neared the landing site. Lieutenant Colonel Zoltán Dani and his team became the only unit to shoot down a stealth aircraft in combat, a feat still unmatched.